Hey guys, it's WT Gaming here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Chapter 4 storyline from A New Beginning to Wilds. Let's get straight into it. Before we get started, I need to fill you in with the basics. This is Reality 1 where the 0 point stays. Over seasons and chapters, the map changes due to events. Each game of Fortnite you play is a different loop. A loop is the game of Fortnite, and each battle royale you play is a different simulation. The loop is controlled by the Imagined Order at the bridge in the middle of the island, who want to keep it this way, but another group called the Seven are trying to stop the Imagined Order because they think trapping players in an infinite loop is wrong. Every time you enter the loop, your mind gets wiped and so does your memory, and you get muted. Whenever you leave the loop, it makes a snapshot of yourself, which is why Jonesy, a member of the Imagined Order, has so many variations of himself. A snapshot is where you copy yourself and then make a different version of you, like an old version, a lazy version, or working version. Jonesy recently left the Imagined Order to help the Seven, as he thought they weren't doing as much as they could have been doing. One more thing before we start: some of the Seven are missing, most of them are Chrome, 2 of them are dead, and Jonesy is missing too. So now we have no Seven and no Imagined Order. Now you are filled in with what happened, we can start. Fracture event. Paradigm prepares us for Zero Fusion, which is where different realities come together to make a whole new Battle Royale map. As she does that, she has to sacrifice herself. Luckily, she obtained the scientist robot Amy. So before she goes, the Paradigm makes voice recordings of herself, just in case we need help. She then gives them to Amy. Season 1, Chapter 4. On the island there is a new kingdom which is taking over the map, the Oathbound. They have arrived with a familiar face. In one of the events, Jonesy and the Foundation go and try to find Jenna, the leader of the Imagined Order, and the father of Order and the Imagined, from the Seven. And the leader of the Oathbound is also called Jenna. I don't think that's a coincidence. The symbol is also familiar as it's almost like an earlier stage of the Imagined Order symbol. The Oathbound is an earlier version of the Imagined Order, and this means we've gone back in time. For the next few days, nothing happens until the Rift Warden Stellan, a trusted recruit of the Oathbound, arrives with something for us to do. Stellan wants us to help him make the Rift Gate to open a portal to bring Geno, not the Snapshot the Ageless, who is a leader of the Oathbound if you haven't been following. Anyway, we help to bring Geno, who is said to be the Shapeless Man, which is why we are helping him, to the island, to rule the island again, and help rebuild the Imagined Order because they have vanished after the live event where Sloan, the co-leader of the Imagined Order, got crushed while inside a tank. So we help him. Meanwhile, at Brutal Bastion, which is in the snowy biome, there are odd shapes, including floating circles and big tall rocks. Last chapter, Chapter 3, there was the Sanctuary, the Seven Space, which coincidentally has floating circles and big tall rocks. Brutal Bastion could just be the old Seven base. To support this idea, they were going to be called the Reality Warriors, because in the files they are named the Reality Warriors, and on some of the walls at Brutal Bastion it says Reality Warriors. Plus, there is a statue of a woman who looks like the Asia statue, and in the event, flipped, the Foundation says to Jonesy, "Why does she keep making me save you?" We all thought that was the sisters, the Order or the Imagine, but no, it could just be this woman in Brutal Bastion. Amy comes up with a plan to alter where the Rift Gate goes so she can go and find the Seven. Before she can do that, we need to build her a robot body. So we help her, and she is successful with her mission of getting into the Rift Gate. When she's in the Rift Gate looking for the Seven, she's trying to communicate with us, but it sounds glitchy and wrong. She says the Seven are different and have changed. Anyway, that's a crazy first season. On to the second one. Season 2, Chapter 4. In Season 2, the Rift Gate has exploded and the Oathbound have vanished. With the explosion of the Rift Gate, it made a rift in the sky, bringing a futuristic city to the island. 4 clans came to the island, 2 came back and 2 new ones. The clans are the Syndicate clan, the Wolf clan, the Riverguard clan, and the Luminaries. The The syndicate clans start telling us more and more about themselves, like Evie, more on the members, her home is Mega City, or like how their files got corrupted by the last reality. Yep, their files got corrupted by the last reality. You may be asking how the last reality got onto the island. Well, Lonely Labs Triagnox is telling us not to go to the files. The Nothing, who is Triagnox, hence the initials, is one of the three rulers of the last reality who sabotaged the files. And the Herald has escaped from the tree. And finally, the Cube Queen is under the water. Meanwhile, the Illuminaries are studying some big cracks around the island. They have been appearing around the map, forming a shape. It just so happens to be that the cracks are near the 0 point, and soon they will make a massive hole in the island. Since the paradigm got different realities and put them together, it meant the island has been unstable for a while, and that's why the cracks have been appearing. Season 3, Chapter 4. Starting off Season 3, the cracks have opened up a massive jungle full of mysteries. In Vulnerable Ruins, a new character appears. He is called Wild Relics. He holds a powerful mythic glove that can turn you invisible with one press of a button. It is made of the kinetic ore and shattered slabs. Relics fights us if we are near, so he clearly does not like intruders. Another main intruder of the jungle is Sloane, who survived the tank crush because she was safe in the tank before it happened. She says she wants nothing to do with the Imagine Order and wants to figure out more of the island and why the jungle has mysteries. Optimus Prime gets in contact with Sloane to tell her this is the time to escape the island. Sloane starts figuring out what the ruins are at Rumble Ruins. They say that other people who lived here escaped to the stars and left the jungle to rot. So Sloane uses his purple rock, which does not look like the kinetic energy they use in the bridge. It actually was the cube energy that was in Season 8, Chapter 2. Yep, the people here before were an old version of the last reality and have escaped to the stars to take over other realities. So now we have got the old Imagine Order, the old last reality, and the old 7. Sloane uses this cube energy to make a telescope to look at the stars and study them. Another thing to support this is that ball on the island is the Cube Queen and the Herald in their sphere thingy, like when they were on the island in Chapter 2 and Chapter 3. The 0 point is further under the island because if you look at the island at spawn, it will be a lot wider than the jungle is deeper. Meanwhile, the mission Sloane is doing is going to cause an eclipse. The eclipse will give the Imagine Order just enough time to make the shapeless man, Geno, come to the island. Yes, Sloane says she wants nothing to do with the IO, the Imagine Order. She still wants to get revenge on the 7. So she teams up with Geno to get the 7. The Foundation and Jonesy have got captured by Geno, but gets saved by the Paradigm through a rift. She luckily escaped through the 0 point to her reality before she sacrificed herself. She has been safe here this entire time. Anyway, that's Chapter 4 storyline, and I hope that has got you back into the story if you were struggling to keep up. Any questions, put in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe. Also, if you want more information about Season 2, make sure to go check my video about an incredible theory on Season 2, and that will probably help you with more of the storyline. But I'll see you in the next video. Bye!